Stay tuned, MechWarriors, and welcome back to another episode of BattleTech Advanced 3062 as we get into the campaigns of Bubba's Boyz. And last time, the wonderful, glorious, skilled, and talented Mr. Moonman Prime died, shot in the head by a trench bucket, and it was quite painful to watch because he was one of my better pilots that I need to replace. But hey, out of that, we did manage to score enough salvage in order to get ourselves another mech. It is a Blackjack. I will ignore those two damaged mechs. It is a Blackjack 3X with a pair of blazers, if I recall correctly. So let's go take a look. Oh, we also have our spider in storage for various reasons. He's trying to build quite the little collection of mechs in here. If I was playing Rogue Tech, I'd have to prune that back immediately. Alright, let's go check him out. He is a Blackjack. He has improved targeting, which will be great. He has a whole bunch of double heat sinks, fusion core, double heat sink kit, Blackjack improved targeting, and twin binary lasers. I'm really tempted to pull this small laser off because I don't know if it's at all useful. And the XL engine is also making me just a little bit concerned. In fact, here's what we're going to do. We're going to yank these binary lasers off because, well, let's be honest, they're not particularly useful. And instead, we're going to dip into our stash of snub-nosed PPCs. This saves us a huge amount of weight. 6 tons worth. How much is this XL engine right now? 3.5 tons, which means I can pull that off. Puts this down to 2.5 tons. And I think I want to rip off the laser. I don't see the point of the laser. My heat has now improved. We're sinking, so I can yank off a double heat sink kit. Or I can we'll keep them on for the jump jets. This gives me 3 tons to armor up. And we give it armor? Yup, pretty much. Is there anything else I can put it? Let's see. 5 support hardpoints. Oh my. We've been saying we need a flamer mech. Like 5 flamer hardpoints might not be a bad idea. See how much heat is that? Wait, the flamers are free? Flamers are free. What? The 45 tonner wouldn't mind driving around if I get out of the bullpen. You'll probably get out of the bullpen sometime soon. So we have 1.5 tons left to armor it up. So let's go do that because we're gonna need it. But yeah, we've been saying we need a flamer mech, and this seems to fit the bill pretty gosh darn righteously. Let's give it enough armor to be able to handle being shot at by an AC-20. Boost you up. Get you up to 95. So that'll get us a pretty significant protection up front. Flamejack. Sounds like Wendy's meal. It's Firestarter that suddenly got energy hardpoints to fit those nose PVCs. Yeah, this ought to be interesting. I'm actually all about this, actually. I'm really thrilled by the potential that is now in this mech. So Moon, your sacrifice was most certainly not in vain. I hope, anyway. Is there anything else I can put onto this mech before we do anything? How fast is it? 4.7. I'd like to put in a bigger engine, but we're kind of limited on certain things. I don't happen to have any other pieces of equipment, do I? Oh, the TTS energy is the thing I wanted in here. But I think I'm still over... Yeah, I'm over sinking. So I'll drop the 1. I can put that center torso. Gives me 1 ton left. That's not enough for the TTS energy. Where can I get a single ton? I'm not going to drop jump jets because those help us fly. Now do the head. There's not as much stuff that you can put into a head in Rogue Tech. It's not like you construct a cockpit. So these all cost you something. Master recoil does not help me, I don't think. Oh no, some of those do have a single point of recoil. Oh, I wish I could put this in here so much. +2 energy accuracy would be huge. Do I dare rip out another heatsink? Puts me at 4 under. Which is actually not bad. It's not so great with the jump jets, but I think I can make this work. Any structural armor specials? No, we're pretty much out. But I think we'll go with this one. If we find like ferrofibrous or endosteel, but I don't think you can rip endosteel off of anything in this mod. But if we find ferro, we might be able to add a heatsink back on. So that'll allow us to be a little bit more aggressive.
Right.
If we could construct parts of mechs, I would probably make the arms so unplucky because I can't make things like this. But yeah, this will be an interesting upgrade. Alright, this Hunchback lost its head, of course. Drop a snub and up the engine. We may consider doing that in the future, but for now I'm actually reasonably happy with the way that that's set up. Okay, give it a medium laser. We have 22 of them, so we're starting to get a little bit absurd. And a small laser. We'll give a small laser with +1 accuracy. Just to be kind. Oh. Patch, confirm, rocket. That'll put that Hunchback back into the lineup, and then our last Hunchback, surprisingly, despite the massive amounts of damage, only took a little bit of armor damage. So that works out quite nicely. So we'll slot these up. Well, Reliable is going to be out for quite some time. Wait for more weight saving? Yeah. What you can do is drop the TTS and go for a supercharger and make it move faster. But that does up the heat. I'm reasonably happy with what it's currently set up as. Because I think it'll do mostly fire support. Rename it for movement? Yep, sorry. The reason why I resist is because people can pay for C-bills as to the in order to name mechs, so I don't want to name any mechs unless it goes through that. That way folks actually, that way it has meaning and is important to people. Alright, we still have 4 or 5 mechs that we can drop down on a target. So that's pretty good. Need to check our barracks though. We need to hire a new pilot, that's right. So, hiring hall. I think the 2 quality of life improvements were loot magnet and the jumping. Oh yeah, the jumping sequence thing I was actually just thinking, but yeah. Alright, so let's go grab
Waiting for orders.
probably Razorcat? 3434? Yeah, Razorcat. Alright, so we need to figure out who I haven't picked yet. Does anybody know who's currently in chat, who I have not, who is subscribed? I don't think XR has a pilot. Scroll down. Yeah, XR does not have a pilot. It's customized. Or Synapsis. Which one of you wants it more? Actually, I think Synapsis does have a pilot, actually. He doesn't. Alright, which one of you wants it more? Hey, YouTube is in the hiring hall? Wait, what? Yes, Swiss PDA, you do have a pilot, which is quite awesome. Or no, I don't. There are 4 open berths. Oh, there are 4 open berths. Oh, good spot. Thank you. I forgot that we had finished the upgrade. Hire more people. Dart, welcome to the team.
New MechWarriors
Fuhrer.
available.
Okay, that's probably not the best name.
MechWarriors
And
available.
Glass, welcome to the
New
team.
MechWarriors available.
Back to the barracks. Not like vanilla, but the double heatsink kit does make the base heatsink 60, which is way better, so it's a good trade-off for no mixing. Alright, so, where was I? Okay, so Razorcat,
For orders.
customize. How do I spell your name again? S-Y-N-E-P-S-Y-S. Synapsis. Then,
Waiting for
Glass, we can customize. We can rename to XR Snoo. Save that. Auto Dart gets a rename as well.
New target acquired.
Unclitiggy has just subscribed. Have some basic bucks. Thank you very much, let's see, Uncle Tiggy 3. Well, congratulations, your timing is perfect. Welcome to the company, Uncle Tiggy 3. And thank you very much for the subscribe. Can we get a little bit of love? If you have the heartbeat emote, which I think most of you do, please spam it in chat. And a very big thanks to our newest subscriber. Control C, Control V. Boom. Thank you so much, man. Scrub is a running, no modifying. Oh, did I actually accidentally grab a running? Exist now. Fuhrer also needs a name change. Let's see, who else do we got here? Pyro's already part of our group. This is PDA is already part of our group. I don't think I have Damon Forge. Do I? Let's double check to make sure I don't have Damon Forge. I need to have like a checklist with me. Damon Forge does not have a pilot name yet. So, customize. But scrub can be YouTube? I don't get it. Sorry, I'm probably missing something incredibly straightforward and simple, but on occasion. Where is he in the list? I just had him in the list. Oh, there he is. Thank you for posting. I was looking back. So DAEMONFORGE01. Save. All right, more pilots, and we still have one spot left. The next time we find a pilot. Lorendale, Pyro, Quidimo, Reldex, Swiss, Synapsis, Talik, Uncle Tiggy, Weighted Lizard, and Rekgar.
Standing by.
Oh, YouTube bar scrubs. I get it.
Standing by.
That's a
Hey.
Sprogue level joke right there. Just goes right over my head. Koger wanted to punch people really, really hard, so we're gonna give Koger the ability to punch people really, really hard.
Awaiting order.
Flew right over my head.
Yes, receiving. Standing by.
You hear that? You hear what they say about you, YouTube? It's because you don't comment enough. Comment more. Go tell them, Twitch people, what for. Reldex. Hey, Reldex, what? Oh, is Reldex here? I don't think he is. Well, when Reldex shows up, he has a level up being saved at the moment.
I'm here.
Okay, all of our pilots are good. Back to Le Command Center. I probably don't want to take a mission unless it's 2 or lower. There is an Escort 2 Skull, which I think we can make work. 5 of 21 priority salvage too. That's beautiful. I'm actually really tempted just to wait though. Oh yeah, we got the silver bullet gas Herbie. All right, new pilot coming in. Let's bring in Quijibo. Let's bring Quiji along for the ride. Don't get us killed. I don't think Quijibo's in this. Send you 2 stars. Become with the godly Twitch viewers. Yeah, escorts do tend to take a while, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Because 5 of 21 salvage is always a pretty decent job. And we can manage to stock up on weapons, probably. It's a Sprogue Tech thing. Yeah. Are we on an escort mission? Absolutely. They will keep up perfectly. We won't have to worry at all about outpacing or outrunning the enemy. Our urban mech will keep on the pace. It's going to be perfect. You'll see. Probably not. Actually, maybe we can convince one of them to let our urban mech ride. Put a Capellan in or be a choice. Yes. See, it's very fitting. So, as long as we have our Capellan or Irby. That way, he knows what sort of trash he is. That's not true, Quiji. We love you. We think you're a little bit weird with the way in which you insult everybody aside from Lao, but we do love you. God, Lao is such an evil, evil force. Do we have any faction we are aligned with? Not yet. The faction so the reason why we have the big Marik emblem on the YouTube thumbnail is because that's our starting faction, but we could go with anybody.
Command interface initiated.
So I know Quiji wants us to go Lao because he likes Lao because he's somewhat insane.
Great.
But we could end up going anywhere. I mean, we've been making friends with the Irana Restoration lately, so there is that. Get our Griffin. There it goes. Start moving on towards the target. Get everything sorted.
Right,
Life will be fun.
Get down to it.
No, the mech not broken.
Okay, let's go.
And now Quijibo, look how fast he moves. The speed. The he gains like 1 tile. The aggression. Look at that. One of these days I'm gonna have to replace this engine with something gigantic.
Copy that.
Just to have the fun, super fast urban mech.
I'm there.
Bubba's an orc from Warhammer 40k, and he's knighting.
All right, let's get down to
I'll have tons of cataphracts. And aggressive boost. The dad jokes are here? Wait, what? Bubba's boys are professional escorts. You could say that. Sometimes Urbies can jump further than the guys. Yeah, as soon as we hit the as soon as we hit this forest, that will be the case. So I'm gonna try and run around the forest just to sort of avoid that phenomenon, but it will happen. It's just nothing we can. Oh god, we have such a trip to make. I love the large dynamic battlefields, but I do wish that sometimes we weren't so far apart. Oh, good, a road. Get the Royal Ostrak on the road; it'll be able to keep up, no problem. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll have to backtrack and return in the direction from whence we came.
Location confirmed.
Kind of regret requesting this urban mech. It was funny, and then we actually had to use it. And then it stopped being funny anymore.
I'm there.
Timbiki? Wait, what's up with Timbiki? I think Ouija is constantly under the influence of Timbiki Dark. Or however it's spelled. So he's drunk. Wouldn't be the first time Lau was like that. Probably getting dropped on the other side of the map. Yeah, I really need to get a mech that can just carry him into battle.
Copy.
I'm really kind of hoping that we need to just take this road back in the direction we came. Bloody is still in chat. Hello, Bloody. So, when our subs and our pilots get killed off, bit by bit, they will all die. Hopefully not, actually. This has instantly become the one of the most lethal campaigns I've run in all 6 seasons. So it is tied for first place along with like 2 other seasons. Well, I could do that. I think that'd be a bit of a dick move. I try not to do things like that. Yeah, there's no way the urban mech's gonna keep up. Holy crap! Did we literally drop on the opposite end? I would pay for Tex to play in modded BattleTech. Yeah, I imagine he would at some point. He did, after all, contribute his voice to the voice back. Thing on the dropship, it's safer. Your dropship almost did crash in your Striking Servants campaign. You guys came really close to having the whole thing smashed down on the planet. It's pretty funny, actually.
All right, let's get down to it.
Text to play BattleTech? Wouldn't surprise me.
Affirmative.
Alice with TSM, just using a locust like a club. That sounds exactly what the plan is. So far from the mission point, yes we are. Yes we are.
Commander.
Taking forever.
Affirmative.
But in part, Ouija is at fault here, so we'll blame him. Pretty sure he died his fourth or fifth mission. Really? Had he ever played BattleTech before?
There.
I'm gonna be blunt. Rogue Tech is not actually as hard as people think it is.
All right, let's get down to it.
First of all, the game is broken in itself. There are like 5 weapons that are the end-all be-all in Rogue Tech. Beyond that, it's all just careful positioning and knowing when to bail.
Roger.
With that said, we've had 2 campaigns where we almost died because we were damaged so much that we lost down to 3 mechs and had to fight back campaigns from that point. So maybe I'm kind of talking from the perspective of the later game. I suppose the early game is the hardest part. He take a mission to Scholar 2 above him. Oh yeah, that can happen. Rogue Tech's skull ratings are kind of a joke. If enough whiskey and bullets, Tex would probably be glad to. Well, his voice is in the game, so we'll go with that.
Moving to position.
Alright, I really should wait for Queasy to show up, just because it's going to take him a while. So everybody else just chill.
But I'm itching to go.
Yeah, you may be itching to go, but we're missing one of our mechs.
I'll keep my heat down.
2, 3, 4. You're in the middle of the tundra. Now's not the time to try and keep things cool.
I copy.
Killed his wolf. He played the base game. He was drunk, having fun. If I remember, I'm pretty sure he was DFA everything. Yeah, that'll kill your mech really gosh darn quick. Although, if I'm not mistaken, the Wolfhound isn't in vanilla.
Let's move.
He would have had to play a modded version if he wanted the Wolfhound. Only the Panther is in the game.
Gotcha.
So, the Panther is one of the better. One of the better light mechs you can have. It's not great, obviously, because the only light mech that's really worth anything is the Firestarter. The rest of it's junk. And Rogue Tech dice. Felon staying far from the fight, hiding by his friends fitting. Exactly. That's how they fight.
Coordinates received.
Generally with their gun barrels aimed towards their friends.
Keeping it cool.
Also making them all wait on his decisions. Is there a reason why he became first Star-Lord? Well, not first Star-Lord, but Star-Lord again.
Heading out.
Just wait for the backstab. It's inevitable. I'll make the Urban Mech go first. He'll clear the way. But no, what I need... I really do need to break down and either give this guy an XL engine or just depreciate him entirely. But to be fair, we don't field him anymore. Because of this exact reason. He's got a fairly good gun, though. So the Silver Bullet Gauss Rifle is quite nice. It's a long-range shotgun, which can do wondrous amounts of damage. Does that make Punisher a Capellan? I'm gonna not answer that question.
Okay.
For fear of being shot in the back. First Lord, Star-Lord is a Marvel character. I was getting confused with the Honor Harrington books, the first Star-Lord of the Admiralty. It's a position, which is basically the head tactical or strategic command.
Copy that.
Because there's a First Lord of the Admiralty and a First Star-Lord. Mimicking, of course, the British fashion of doing it in the First Lord of the Admiralty and the First Sea Lord of the Admiralty.
All right.
Okay, take a peek.
Let's get down to it.
Everybody's now shooting
Okay,
down over.
let's
Looks
go.
like they don't have anybody here. That's brilliant. Okay, rush up here so you can move down to the next movement. Bounce. We brought the Icarus too. I almost forgot we had it. Well, not that we had it, but what it does. See you soon, Noto. Okay, we'll get Bubba to jump as well. This is why the entire company has jump jets right now.
Can smoke and fly.
So do I. The only problem is they get bad. Like, they eventually do get bad.
Affirmative.
The later books start becoming a slog. Basically, the moment he introduces missile pod carriers. The missile pods themselves are not a problem, but when like they're all carriers of missile pods, then it becomes an issue.
Good to go.
And the half pods that get self-tractored onto things and Moriarty and
I'm there.
Keyhole 2 was just a nightmare. Suddenly become like there is no stakes to any battle here
Alright,
since
let's
nobody
get
can ever
down
win
to it.
except for the Starlit for the Star Kingdom of Manticore. I haven't read the book, so I don't know what everyone's talking about. It's a kind of like an Age of Sail sci-fi book. Basically, the author asked himself, "How do I make Age of Sail in space where they have to do broadsides?" And then he worked his way backwards from there in order to create a propulsion system, and then sort of built his world around it. So it's called the Impeller Drive. It makes you invulnerable from the top or bottom, and you can't shield up your front. So raking fire is incredibly dangerous, and you can only defend your sides so much. And everybody shoots broadside missiles and lasers and grazers at each other. It's pretty good. And I do like the not the early books, but the early and mid books. But it starts spiraling out of control as the pace of technology sort of overpaces his ability to write for it.
There. Okay.
That's when the company was never heard from again. Hated the cross stories and finding what order book to read. Lost Fleet's pretty good too. Although I do find it a little bit weird that you would lose all tactical knowledge. Like, I get that war's been going on for a very long time, but come on.
Rolling.
That'll
Just
do
leave
for
you guys.
now.
We'll get Quidgy to step off the base. That way, he's not dragging anybody else back. But yeah, the Honor Harrington books start with on Basilisk Station, and that's really good. The entire Grayson arc is also pretty good, if you're willing to stick through it.
Roger that.
The escort goes the other way from there. Oh, does it? So we could have had Quidgy just wait.
Keeping it cool.
Oh, love it. Alright, I'll get everybody. He'll hop up there and he'll be able to claim base.
Roger that.
Alrighty. Just get ourselves in a position to move out. Move out with the company.
All right.
My wife has most of the books. I haven't read them yet. The Lost Fleet or the Honor Harrington books? I have to buy some books when I go back to the Mulligan. Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Confirmed.
The second on my island books, I only read the first one. Oh wow. Oh right, it is an escort the mech mission. Okay, what are we dealing with? I've got a trench bucket, an Ostrock, a second Ostrock, and a crab. So I kind of wondered, do they actually need us? The Honor Harrington books? Yeah, they're very technical. That's my only warning. They like to go into great detail about just physical things. Although that does actually end up biting the author in the butt a little bit, because people started doing some of the calculations on how dense his ships would have to be given the stated tonnages and sizes, and they found out that they have the density of smoke. Never heard of Starship Mage. Oh, look there. Yeah, they'll be mostly annihilated out because it's an escort the mechs mission. But if they can put out a sufficient amount of firepower. So you have a couple of them autographed? Oh, nice. That's really cool.
Advancing, I guess.
You don't need to escort that mech detail. They're fine. They might be a bit banged up. Bubba constructed space sci-fi magic thing. Oh, interesting. And they're making hop back down. And he'll keep up and he'll shepherd all of these mechs. It'll be great.
Orders.
Kujibo, keep up with them. Try not to get left behind.
Full speed, no target.
All right, we do have a couple of targets off in the distance, so that's interesting. Moving on 7. We got 2 55-ton and a 45-ton. And our 45 over there as well. Sci-fi magic, 2 words I haven't heard together. In a sentence. Have you never seen Star Wars before? Sci-fi magic. Gonna have to run through that, but that's okay because
Good to go.
the mech is not going to be doing any shooting this turn. Gotta buy a trash can. Well, if their mechs are trash, we may as well give them the can. What would be really nice is to run into a bushwhacker. Although we do know right now that none of those are Taluses. Or Talusi? Tali? Not sure how you would say Talus in the plural. Because the Talus is 50 tons. And none of those are 50 tons. Which is disappointing. My shame I haven't seen much of Star Wars. Well, there's 7 movies. There's an episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and another movie called Rogue One that they made. There's a couple of movies about Ewoks, and then there's a couple of television series. Go with the Dervish for 55 tons? You would be wrong. It is a Shadowhawk. But it would have been nice. Dervishes are way more interesting to me than Shadowhawks because I've never actually owned a Dervish. Okay, Oshrock gonna do a little bit of a moonwalk. Oh god. I'm gonna see if the console works. It does not. We're gonna have to do this the hard way. A lot of movies to see. Oh good, it does work. Alright, if I kill everybody, if it doesn't end the mission, I'm gonna end the mission for it. Although there should be reinforcements when we actually get to the end.
Going as fast as I can.
Don't forget about the mess show. I've never heard of these movies. Of what movies are you speaking of? These 7, 8s, and 9s? 7 seasons of Clone Wars? It's like burn, mostly truth. The other thing worth it in Star Wars franchise is Nice Old Republic and the awesome Religion game, but Old Republic 1 was good as well. Now talk about the sequel trilogy. Yeah, the Disney trilogy was pretty terrible. Oh yeah, The Mandalorian was also really good. Mandalorian really captures that old Star Wars feel. I loved it. I wasn't such a huge fan of Rebels. I thought that they were trying to make it too kiddie. Like, if the only time they ever tried to kill anybody was during season finales and season openers. Oh, that's a fascinating Blackjack. Wow. I'm actually pretty interested in that.
Locking on target.
The Rebels always seem to lack stakes. There are moments in Rebels that I really like the battle between Maul and Obi-Wan. I thought that was pretty decent, well done. But there's just some major gaps. Oh, they both are BG2s. Okay, we're gonna avoid that then.
Affirmative.
Not get anywhere near them. Probably actually pound the Shadowhawk first. Oh, never mind. You have an 86. You're gonna fire at him. Good job. The Blackjack is fascinating with the... Yup, ER larges and streaks. It actually reminds me of a small version of the Ostrock Royal. Oh, he's gonna have a bad night. Can't wait for Mando Season 2. Yep. As a kid, it came out, so I'm fine with Rebels. As a kid, it came out. If you want Kitty Star Wars, I brought my wife. The Ewok... Hey! The Ewok Adventures are great, man.
Commander?
They're adorable. That is a hill I will die on. They are way better than people thought. We got a youngin in the chat. There's a lot of youngin listeners. Yeah. That's okay. We still like you. But no, the sequel trilogy really kind of just disappointed me. But I think I'm in the majority on that one, so...
I'm on the clock.
For once, I don't have to fight to defend my name and honor. Ewoks, what are they? Ewoks are little teddy bears that walk around and are absolutely adorable and were made to be merchandised the hell out of. Successfully, I might add. They feature in the 6th movie, in the 6th Star Wars movie, or the 3rd, depending on how you want to count it. Where the hell's our escort? Your escort's right there with you. Kamea, relax. You'll be fine. Give me a second. I won't call myself an adult until I can drink alcohol without going to Germany. But no. Bash the new movies all you want. None of them is worse than the holiday special. The holiday special didn't outright ruin a series, so you know what? I'm gonna say it. The holiday special was better, and I've seen the holiday special. Carrie Fisher, high off her ass, trying to sing a song that really makes no sense, is outright hilarious, but it doesn't ruin anything in the lore. There are and have a Chewie talking to his wife and kid about the Christmas special. It's a pretty vicious and good saboteurs. Force Awakens was bad, not great. TLJ was good on first watch. No. Sorry, but no. I was sitting in the theater on my first watch of The Last Jedi. I was like, this is completely retarded. I hated every moment. Well, not every moment. It started interesting. I was like, okay, let's see where this goes. And then it was like, oh my god, it's getting worse. It can't okay, nope, it's getting worse. And then it got worse. And more worse. Okay, the Ostrock is going to have some trouble there. Because he can't respond. Wookiees, no subtitles, just Wookiees howling.
Ready to get it on.
But no, the Last Jedi I despise more than even the, I don't like how, how the Rise of Skywalker turned out. And I think it was really kind of dumb, but for me, The Last Jedi was just, it ruined everything. It was like a train wreck and you just can't stop watching in Horde Fest. No, I watched it once and I never watched it again. Well, no, I watched it one more time because I was forced to. But had I had my choice, I would have never have ever watched that thing ever again. It's absolute garbage. We probably shouldn't be talking about things that I hate. After all, we're trying to talk about things that we love. This Blackjack is in trouble. Seem to be a lot of Blackjacks. Blackjack is a good, solid garrison mech. I mean, Tex did an entire video about it, and he was pretty much entirely correct about the way he described it. So, if you're looking for a good soldiering mech, that's the way to go. Bar is always best. I will admit that Empire is probably the best of the movies, but I will always believe that Return of the Jedi is my favorite. Stumpy battle mechs. Yep. Less said about the last few Star Wars movies about. Yeah, I agree. My only problem with The Mandalorian is I'm disappointed that somebody died, and I won't spoil who in case you haven't seen it because it's totally worth it.
Copy that, Commander.
You're not exploded. That was not the plan.
That hurt.
And now he gets to move, right? Oh no, you're gonna move my people. That's good. I can work with that. We love Tate so much. I suppose there's some truth in that.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, I want you to actually turn around and get this guy's attention because he's becoming a bit of a nuisance.
All right, let's get
And I want to make sure that he is focused on the correct target. Otherwise, he might actually kill somebody important. Good. Largely destroyed. He's only got one of those. Had the last movie the most was the most Star Wars, but it lacked good qualities. It was corny fun, but it was empty. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Oh, good, you're fighting my Griffin. That way, you're not hurting anybody who's important, or I'm not being paid to do.
Hey.
Talik could absolutely just run up on top of this guy and punch him in the face, but he's not going to, because Talik is going to stand and fight on his own. See if he can't kill this Blackjack. Okay, Talik apparently channeling his inner Capellan. Working with that one. Can't really complain about your characters dying after the stream. I can absolutely complain about my characters dying after the stream. The king crab is a giant enemy crab. You should attack its weak point for massive damage. Unfortunately, there's no king crab here, but we would. Pod is alive. Yes, Kyogre, you're still alive. And you leveled up. You can now punch really, really hard. Should you desire it. Where did that Blackjack go? Oh, he's too low to actually be seen. Alright, I'm going to stand here in the hopes that these guys actually move, because if not, we're going to have a really boring... Yes, Moon Moon died first. Moon Moon gains the honor of the first death.
Damage is light.
So I hold the Argo.
Commander.
Alright, since K Ogre has the ability and I put him in an Icarus, I really shouldn't have. Now that I think upon it, I put him in the exact wrong mech, but I didn't have any of my... I have none of my normal mechs to put him in. So just keep shooting. Okay, lots of good damage, but he's not dead. We're working on it bit by bit. Guarded and bulwarked.
On the clock. What do you want?
Alright, if you're going to guard and bulwark, then I'm just going to get right behind you with a lot of heavy weapons, and we're going to see what explodes. Apparently nothing, but we came close. Oh, this Blackjack is just the most screwed Blackjack. I don't know why he maneuvered there, but he's placed himself in a position that anybody coming around this corner is immediately going to get into his backline. Oh, duck! That was rude. We're going to have to actually start putting some damage on you.
I'm taking internal damage.
You'll be fine, I think. Redgar, shoot him. Just kill him. Not him. Yes, him. There we go. No more worrying about one Blackjack.
Hope we can salvage that.
It wasn't to rant. We were having a nice, open conversation. Right, you're gonna get some distance.
Lifting up.
There you go. Redgar is my first shooting scoop pilot, which is gonna be so much fun. Talik, Rebbe.
What now?
Always giving me sass, that Talik. Should do something about it.
Moving to position.
And I'm gonna precision strike you just because I think I've got you pretty much dead. It's 56 health. There's a lot of armor. Yeah, we're gonna focus on that shoulder, blow it off.
Copy that. Firing alpha strike.
Okay, spreading damage across a pretty wide angle on that one, unfortunately.
Didn't expect that.
He did not. Give him a smack. Called dibs on his room. And there goes the Blackjack. Beautiful. I'm very proud of that. That was gorgeous. They did him and made it look like an accident.
Good to go.
Come on, move, you guys. They're not moving.
Reporting.
It's gonna be a serious problem, isn't it? It's gonna be one of the big problems that I have to deal with constantly. Let's see if he can move this fast. I question if he can.
All weapons, go.
Okay, good. Some penetrating hits on him. He's now gonna have to decide who does he want to turn his back to. Of course, you know, the trebuchet has to come in as well. Firing some long-range missiles. Oh yeah, this Shadowhawk, we've got screwed. Just channeling my inner female Russian. Oh, Royal Ostrock taking a couple of shots. Oh no, the treasure can move with
Damage
vintage.
looks light, Commander.
I think you are in their way. Am I? I thought I was not. But I suppose anything's possible.
What do you want?
Alright, I want you to get around to the back of this Shadowhawk so that you can, you know, punch him in... Well, not punch him, but shoot him in the most painful of ways with heavy weapons. Mech HQ again? Yes, this Friday will be another Mech HQ. And there goes his AC-5 ammo.
That's a kill.
One salvageable part. But I can work with that.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, just have everybody get to the evac zone and then we'll sort of, like, see what happens. If there's another force that's triggered when we activate this, we'll have to fight it, but if not, we'll just end the mission there.
Hey.
Because we can. Royal Ostrock on the move.
If you say so.
Yeah, probably one more week of Mech HQ, then we're going to see where MechWarrior 5 is at. And we'll figure out what we're doing from there. You can just brace up to shed all of that stability problem. There's the dropship where it's going to be coming in.
I'm there.
Hopefully we don't get shot in the back. Everyone get to the... what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for these two to make it to the drop zone. Oh, the Royal Griffin... Oh, right, because he got shot in the back by a large laser.
Alright, let's get down to it.
We're going to wait to see what happens when these guys get home, because if they trigger another force that, like, shows up to fight, then we have to fight it. But if not, yeah, we'll just end it. It'll be nice and easy. At least that's the plan. I had the same issue, I believe. I got in their way, and they stopped completely, even though the enemy was calm. They refused to move along, had to restart the entire mission. There's ways around that, so...
Receiving you.
So we won't have to restart the entire mission.
Move order confirmed.
We can end it. We can end it rightly.
All right, let's get down to it.
But yeah, the AI for this is just so terrible. Let's take my pillow. Is it your pillow or was it Moon Moon's pillow? Dun 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 dun. Get your Ostrox rolling, guys. There you go. Was Moon Moon's. What was with Moon Moon's pillow that everybody seems to want it so much? These questions are staggering. Unless it was one of those pillows.
All right,
In which case,
let's get
all
down
of you,
to it.
really? I can never get my console command to come up for some reason. No combination of keys. It should be Control Shift minus. And I did open it to check earlier, so I know that it will work. Smells of desperation and tears. Apparently we're on round 43. How did we stick out to round 43? What is this insanity? Move, move.
Coordinates received.
Just so we're not standing still when the enemy inevitably spawns in directly behind us to shoot us in the back.
Let's get down to it.
Copy.
You can start them as well.
Coordinates received.
Dakimukura. It's just Dakimura. But yeah, we've got more sensor guns. There's an entire lance up there.
Hold your ground until
Crap.
the package is on its way.
So they're gonna take a while to get to us. Hello, dropship. Can you shoot them on your way through? You got the wrong pill. Mine smells like desperation and crippling debt. On Rotek? Wait, what? Yes, it did take us like 20 rounds to get here. That urban mech, man. I should have put the, oh no, I needed this stuff out of the spider.
All right.
At some point, I am going to
let's
need
get
this
down
stuff out of
to
the
it.
urban mech as well.
Okay.
Because it does have a silver bullet gas that I want to mount onto something. Maybe if I shot them. That's
Confirmed.
not enough. There's some problems with the past releases. You can enable it directly in the registry. Oh, okay. But it doesn't bring anything up I haven't enabled. Yeah, so it comes up for
My
me.
heat low.
Unfortunately, it's the same button as brace. So you kind of have to know what you want to do.
All right.
There we go.
let's
Enemy
get down
contact.
to
What do we
it.
got?
Affirmative.
Find out exactly what sort of parts that I'm currently trying to rob. Oh, we may actually have a way of getting into combat up there.
Everything you've got.
Oh, they're all really, really light. 30 tons, 20 tons, 30 tons, 20 tons. Okay,
Receiving you.
I see how it is. This should be pretty easy, actually.
Understood. Moving fast.
Okay, for me. Maybe move the urban mech to the base of the ramp and they get started. I tried that already. Why you choose the name for yourself? What, for the player character, Bubba?
Reporting.
It came up. So we just flicked through random. And it came up. So it came up and we ignored it, and then we ran into like Cletus and Jethro and like a couple of other like hillbilly style names.
Standing by.
So it was like, you know what, at this point we're gonna stick with Bubba. Because when Cletus comes up, you know you got that. Yeah, I've given up trying to get them here. We're just gonna have to blow up a couple of mechs up there. If we're lucky, they won't move. Nope, they're starting to move.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
You get that Royal Griffin and you get it within range to blow them into little tiny pieces. That's not gonna happen, it seems.
Let's make
Not until
some
at least one more
bad
turn.
decisions at high speed.
Piggy's back with Tip and Believe. Moon or Moon Moon has been... Oh, how did Moon Moon get his name? Oh, okay. But sure, with Mr. Moon Moon Prime, so it's the press Moon.
What now?
See, the streamers, such a selfish, egotistical bunch, they only think of themselves. Oh, it's an Urban Mech R60L. Hi. You're quite dangerous, actually. 30 health, and 25. Blast that shoulder.
I'll try.
Oh, good. Penetrating hits are always good. And there goes his right torso, so we no longer have to worry about him. That is one useless Urban Mech.
Commander.
I'm actually surprised the Osrock got there so quickly. BTA is a Swiss Army knife. Got to hit when your name is taken. See, Tirak actually means like sweetheart in some language, so there are a lot of Tiraks. Oh, I think he has a pulse laser. Oh, wow. Okay, so you've got some form of Inferno weapon.
Just bounced around in here. I think
And you're
something
armless.
broke, and I am officially scared.
Oh, they're mortars. Okay.
Got something you want done?
It's like Ouija's gonna be able to shoot at somebody. Now shoot, Ouija, shoot.
Locked on.
Hey, he even managed to get a couple hits. You mean more useless RP?
Awaiting orders.
Sure, we can go with that.
10-4.
Now the Icarus will not be able to hit. Oh, it looks so good. He's got Inferno mortars, yeah. Take that Locust, put AC2s on it. Why would you ruin a mortar Locust? Royal Ostrak, of course, going to eat even more damage. R60L. He seems to be getting a lot of moves. This is a fascinating little group. You've got 2 Urban Mechs, and I think that's going to be the Locust. Yep. What the hell?
All the alarms are going off, and this is going to be very expensive to fix.
Yeah, what just hit? Okay, it's a useless arm. What's been hitting me? A medium pulse laser is not that strong. What is this
On
insanity?
the clock. What do you want?
Okay, what do you got the accuracy? 30%? That's not good enough. I want you close, gosh darn it. I want you all up in his grill. So that you can turn him into a piece of slag. Do you have an XL engine, out of curiosity? Yes, you do. Blow it apart.
Adjustment coming right up.
Okay, that was his left arm, but not the entire mech,
Well, we need
which was
salvage
kind of the plan.
anyways.
Mortar in the Locust? Yeah, that's one hell of a mortar. And we're gonna move out into the middle of the burning field to see if I can't nail that guy from the side. Because if I can take it,
10-4.
don't hit him. Oh, right over his head. Everything missed. That's unfortunate.
That's a miss.
Yeah, but that was only one medium pulse laser. He's got a single medium pulse and 2 normals.
I'm here.
Alright, Talik, time for you to, I guess, save the day, as you're wont to do.
Advancing, I guess.
50s, 60s, 28s. If I hit him once in the shoulder, he explodes. You did not hit his shoulder, you hit his leg.
Maybe things are looking
It's 2
up.
medium lasers and 2 medium pulse. I didn't see the second medium pulse. Yeah. Alright, back up to top. Ouija.
Orders.
Ouija does not see the more dangers of the Locust.
Aye, aye.
And pull.
Acknowledged.
Oh, actually, he still keeps getting some pretty decent penetrating hits.
Reporting.
Giving Kyogre a chance to actually try to support this whole endeavor. You know what? As long as I'm here.
Confirm.
Okay, that didn't work out quite as well as I had hoped. 2 medium pulses and 4 medium and
Reporting.
MIs? Or
Negative
4 medium
damage.
lasers? That would be a lot of firepower, but he doesn't have that much. I kind of figured you were going to do that, since you can't really do anything else. Also,
I'm okay for now.
so it's like being nibbled to death by cats. And it's a wasp. What do you got? Gonna arrive and do nothing. Oh, you did not move nearly enough. Causing more damage to friendlies.
Standing by.
Alright, Bubba, let's end his charade of existence. What do you got, actually? S-turn 2 medium laser? I don't care about you at all. I couldn't care less about you.
Why drink and drive when you can
Hello.
smoke and fly?
Please explode.
One adjustment coming right up.
Perfect. Alright, so we've dealt with the Locust. Apparently only one salvageable part. The Irby just headbutted the Ostrich. Locust. Alright. Redgar. Continue to push forward. Through all the heat. Being incredibly open about it. And sure, throw it his way. I didn't think we'd... Apparently we missed by -2. So there's that again. Always love it when that bug comes up. And then Talik. Talik is going to go see if he can't, you know, annihilate another urban mech. He does a pretty good job of it, but I never quite know. How much you got here? That would require 3 hits. Sure, why not?
Okay. Firing everything.
Popped. Popped. Alright, we're down to a single urban mech and a wasp.
That's destroyed.
So now that we've got all that handled, once we kill them, we'll be able to end the mission quite nice. Oh, they finally started to move! Holy crap. Yeah, 6-0 fusion Kirby.
Standing by.
Oh. And love. I don't think we mentioned it, that one.
That's a miss.
I do anticipate another melee attack. Yeah, if I were you guys, I would not shoot as much as you possibly can, because at this stage in the game, you're 2 lights and you're surrounded by much heavier mechs. Especially my 60-ton Osrock.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, Killer, moving the Icarus in more. Don't you love the sound of the makes when it pops?
Firing a full
I just take any victory I can get off of that. There goes the Aeromech. Alright, we just got the Wasp now, and we'll have this all taken care of. A little bit more damage than we were anticipating, but I don't think they actually broke anything. Damaged a few things, but yes, but nothing actually destroyed.
What do you want?
There has never been a more dead Wasp than this one here.
One attitude adjustment. I know.
Okay, maybe not quite that insane.
I'm legally
But still.
obligated to inform you I'm paid per kill.
Alright, that's a victory, and Sumire is even going to give us the credit for it, so we don't have to fight or wait for them to all get there. So that's a great little plus. Somewhere, somehow, a Sproke screamed to sleep, and it was all good. Alright, we're going to throw in another cut here for the YouTube people. They're not going to be able to see the salvage screen because that is a mystery to be saved. And maybe they'll enjoy it. Ah, no, I'm a softie. I'll let them see the salvage screen. The damage screen. Alright, so we are going to say goodbye to the YouTube folks for now, but we're going to keep on streaming. Don't you go nowhere just yet. We're going to have more fun together as we blast our way through most every place of this industry. So with that, I've been Tarek. If you like what I'm saying, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see a notification every single time I listen to these videos. Press the little bell icon, leave a comment. You want to comment back at the Twitch people, don't you? And we'll see you all in the next episode.